Recording, yo, okay, yes, sir. Let me sit my ass down, man. All right. Everyone comfortable, everything good. Here we go. MIC Podcast, man. Episode 57. Community content, man. You get it all here, bro. And I'm joined again, man, with another good dude, another homie, man. The boy Julian Atwater's in the fucking building, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The crowd going crazy. You feel me, man? Thank you so much for joining us, bro. You know, man, I know we had that mix up last week, bro. You know what I mean? Miscommunications or whatever. That's, completely on me, man. But it's good to have you, man. You know, just because, we met probably like a month ago now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the show that you put together, which was, dope vibe, man. You know what I mean? Met a lot of dope people there, and then obviously saw the homie Jeff Fieldhouse open. Yeah, I mean that was dope, man. So it was good to be able to chop it up with you, man. You know, find out about the man. Put that stuff together, bro. So, are you from Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
Also,
word.
I'm very happy to be here.
Oh no, man, not for sure, bro. Now we're happy to have you, bro. So, what part of Pittsburgh you from?
So whenever I was like a kid, I grew up in like Homewood for a little bit. But I've
Okay.
literally been to every side of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I live close to the south side right now.
Okay, word.
I live you know where Fiore's is?
I actually do. Yeah.
So like there's like one house on that whole road. That's me.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, word. Damn, that's kind of wild. So, I mean, like, what was life early for you? Like, just growing up in Homewood.
It was cool. I mean, you don't really see like how people portray the area as
Right.
like a kid, because like I was just going to the park, hanging out and shit. You know what I mean?
Just being a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some things. I've definitely seen some things, and like, I don't know. It's it informed the man that I am right now. You know what I mean? And like, I lived right on Kelly Street. The house that I lived in, I just found out got demolished. It was like a little 3-story. It's by the one park in like all of Homewood. It's like, but like I lived there with my mom and my grandma and my granddad for a little bit, and then I would jump back and forth between there and like Green Tree, like where my dad lives. You know what I'm saying? Me and him lived in an apartment and shit. I don't know, dude. Like growing up, I was like really sensitive, I guess. So like, like he's so sensitive and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know. It like got me into a lot of shit, but it also got me out of a lot of shit. Because like, whenever you're in tune with like your feelings, you're kind of in tune with other people's feelings.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Do you feel that sort of like ostracized you like at that age in a sense?
Yeah. There's like a lot of shit I think that like made me separate from like the people that I wanted to be with.
Just like your interest in like
oh yeah, like I liked art and anime and like rock
bro, we were
music.
deadass just talking about that, bro. Like but like it's like because like the discussion was like, do you feel well, anime across the board is definitely way more mainstream today than it has ever been, right?
Yeah.
But I was telling the homie that like for me personally, I've always liked that. Like it's just been such like a core part of my identity. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So back in the day, I knew that like it wasn't like everyone was like gravitating towards shit. I just like thought like this shit is cool. Why isn't like everyone talking about it? Like watching this shit. You feel me? But I never really felt personally ostracized at the fact that like I watched it when I was like a kid. Maybe at points I was like, damn, like I definitely noticed it like, okay, like it's not like necessarily like the cool thing to talk about, but like I never felt like it hindered me from like just developing friendships or just like socially like at that age.
I feel you.
Yeah, but like like it's definitely a thing where it's like to like that shit back then. It definitely set you apart. You know what I mean? For sure.
Bro, so like I liked anime, I liked poetry and shit, and like I don't know, man, like, and I talk a certain way, you know what I'm saying? So like
a certain way, like you just talk, like
you know what I mean? Like
that's
my
it. Like,
grandma was an English like professor,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So I speak a certain way. So
right.
like, there's always that like you want to fit in, you want to be, you want to like seem like you're a part of like the team, and like bro, being a black guy is the coolest shit ever, bro.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? And
Super
so
fire.
all I wanted to do was be a part of the group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
right.
I always got called the smart nigga and all that. You know what I'm saying? And
the smart nigga is so.
You know what I'm saying?
Why is that? It's you mean that smart nigga? Yeah.
They treated me kind of like Trey and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
you.
It's, I don't know, man. They see you in a different way.
For sure. No, yeah.
You know what
definitely.
I'm saying? And everybody knew I was different and shit. That's the best compliment and the worst, the most backhanded thing you can say.
For sure.
Just man, you're different.
At that age, it's just kind of like how, what,
what different,
yeah,
different how,
yeah,
sir.
like am I an X-Men or some shit? What the fuck?
Yes,
you know
I was a fucking mutant, bro.
No, I mean, bro, but now again, now as you've grown in your identity, got more comfortable. You know what I mean? It's just being different is definitely a superpower.
Yeah, bro. Why would you? I don't want to be like everybody else, and I don't want to be typecast as anything just because of clothes I wear, my skin, my hair, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I am a black man. That's what I am 100% every
constantly.
day. You know
365, every day.
I mean? But I am also a divine being. You know what I'm saying? You're divine. We're all divine, and that expresses itself outside of a way of thinking that's because of this, because of A or 1, it's a 0. People have we're going through it right now with the full spectrum of people, but people have a very binary way of looking at things.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And as I get older, I'm damn, they were really looking at me he is this or he isn't that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
just they can quantify you, just they can make sense of you to themselves.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean.
But it's necessary for them because whenever people don't understand, they try to relate it to something that they do.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? I'm this black kid in whenever I got into high school and middle school and shit, I was in an all white school with 10 other people that were like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they had an idea of what a black kid was supposed to be like, and I was not that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just no, I'm not. I'm I'm tough, I guess. But
where is your watermelon?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Don't you rap? And I was well,
that's crazy.
I wrote poetry and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I realized.
How long were you doing that?
Probably since I was 11.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of. I got I guess my emotions feel heavy. They always feel heavy. Even happiness is a heavy feeling for me.
Damn. Okay.
And as you can see, I'm not a big nigga.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta let some of that out. And I thought it was a cool way to express myself for a while. And I did art. I paint, draw, and shit. But that's where I felt most at home. You know what I mean?
Just with the poetry.
Yeah. And I also realized people thought niggas reading poetry was lame. I was just oh. So I was maybe if I threw a beat or something behind it,
I mean, shit.
people will like it.
Medicine with the candy. I mean,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that kind of formed what I'm trying to kind of do now.
No, for sure. No, definitely. And just how would you say navigating those experiences? How did you bring that to the person you are now, and kind of lean into the things that again maybe ostracize you, and I put quotes around it because again, like you said, being different is damn near the best compliment that anyone could give you. So when did you realize, let me lean into the things that are making me so called different?
It wasn't until pretty late in the game, honestly.
For sure.
So it wasn't until I was about 22 or something.
Yeah, sounds
that
right.
I was I was man, I don't really have to subscribe to anybody's idea of me, regarding what I'm supposed to be doing, who I'm supposed to be. And the people that I was ostracized from weren't people that I wanted to deal with anyway.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
real shit.
you're like, it's funny that people like will give you shit about like just enjoying certain things.
I
like
know.
anime and shit. I'm like, yes.
You grumpy ass nigga. Like, yeah.
You watch reality TV, bro. Like, what
love
are you
it, hip hop
talking
ass nigga. Like,
exactly, bro. Like, I like to escape. You know,
and bro, like, fuck, it's like, bro, anime is like the stories that like they depict, bro. It's like, I don't know how to articulate it. Like, it's almost biblical in the sense of like the stories that like they're telling.
yeah. So,
You know what I mean? Like,
2 questions. I have questions for you.
Okay, word.
What's your favorite anime? Like, what has had the
most
greatest impact on you?
Definitely Dragon Ball Z, without a doubt.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I know that's kind of like the anime pick me answer,
I know.
but that was literally the first anime piece of content like I ever got my hands on. Like, I remember like a family friend was babysitting me and like they were playing Budokai 2. Nigga, I was literally like, I would go over there and be like, yo, put that, like, I want to watch y'all play this shit now, like today, like, you know what I mean? Like, and so from there, bro, I was just like, you know, I got into Yu Yu Hakusho, I got in all the good shit, you know what I mean? Like, bro, all the good shit, and like, just even more recently, like, I'm throwing My Hero Academia is one of my favorite joints going right now, bro. That shit is different.
And like, so the thing that I always liked about anime, like a large scale thing and a small scale thing, it's the same reason why I like the X-Men, same reason why I like superhero stories.
Yeah, right.
So like, I like the idea of like, you are different. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dragon Ball Z, like, I think is like, and like, this is like a weird theory of mine. I think it's an allegory about being like a black person. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the Saiyans are black.
Exactly, exactly. There's this
for sure.
This bald.
You got Robert E. Lee, Frieza.
Yeah, it just goes you.
Round them up. They're wilding. Round them up. We can't let them do that.
And he goes, they are strong as hell. What if we had them work for us?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
My favorite part of is like he just stands 10 toes on his like space racism at all times. Like he's always just like, y'all are strong, you fucking monkey people. Yes! Like, fuck y'all, you strong motherfuckers. I hate every single one of you. I should have killed y'all sooner. I don't care that you saved my life. Like, bro, even in like the first battle with Goku, he's like, yo, Malcolm, listen, I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what I mean? You are a pretty strong guy. If you can just let me get off this planet, give me some energy if you can spare it.
And then they give it to him. He goes, you fucking monkey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy as hell, bro.
At some level, you got to feel like, he believes what he's like. He believes that. He literally believes, like, you know, what he stands on. So, continue, man.
So, like, all this, like, and, like, I gained friends as I was getting, I was, like, this, like, lonely person. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Like, my family situation is kind of weird, so like I always formed families around like my friends or my interests and stuff. Yeah, so like,
for sure,
as I became like an older teenager around the time I was like 18, me, my brothers, we had a bunch of dudes that were just like us. You know what I'm saying? Blurds, if you would call them. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of niggas who just really like anime.
Blurds are black nerds, you know. Just yeah,
and
you're unfamiliar with that.
And like what I would do, bro, like all we would do, because I studied like rappers that I really liked. So I really dug the Wu-Tang Clan. And you know what they did like every day after like, I know everybody has the Hulu series and shit, and they're just like, oh, they were drug dealing. And
yeah.
At the end of the day, these niggas all got together and they would watch kung fu movies at the crib and then like freestyle and make beats. And that like, at that point in my life, bro, that made me understand that like that's what I belong to. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, the music gets us all together. You know what I'm saying? And like my buddies, my homies, even the dudes who don't do it no more, you know what I'm saying? Like they help me understand that. Like I used to get up, go to work, and then come back to like not my family, but like to my homies and shit. And we would sit, we'd watch like a stand-up thing, we'd watch a bunch of anime, and we would just rap to each other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like that's awesome.
For sure, yeah.
And like
man,
I hope that anybody listening right now, yes, you, I know you're weird. I understand that you're weird. I'm weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I probably look cool with my leg all crossed, balancing my shit on my thigh. but like I'm weird as hell, and like you can find people. You will find the people who, as long as you are yourself, you have to be yourself. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I've been a whole lot of other people on my path to being myself.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
a bar.
And like it's important. It's so important. Even if you like, because I knew like I've done a lot of things that like me now wouldn't do.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? But I had to kind of do those things to understand
that's not me.
That's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you need people. You need people. I'm even going through it right now where I'm just like, I should probably just do this by myself. You know what I'm saying? But no, you need people. You need people in your corner, and you need people to tell you that there's shit on your face. You know what I'm saying? Like I was so self-righteous whenever I was younger because I thought what I liked was the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that if you didn't like it, it was fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
but like
me and you are very similar in that I don't know how it really. I don't know how I really expressed it, but like that internal feeling was definitely there throughout like a lot of like when I left college, you know, like for sure, and like, you know, like definitely, you know, during college as well. Like it maybe didn't manifest just because like I was just like surrounded by just so much shit in college, but like definitely when I left and I'm starting like, you know, face the real world and like, you know, get jobs, like, you know, do this, that, and the third, like definitely like a self-righteous type of pillar in me. You feel me? And it's like, yo, like if you're not rocking with me, like the way I do things, fuck you. And it's like, you don't necessarily like, you don't want to burn those bridges. Yeah. You're necessarily like that early.
But also like I was also the person that's just like, I will never sever ties. I'll just loosen the rope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can stay like 10 paces away from me and shit. But that in itself can be a disservice. You know what I mean? For sure,
man. For sure.
It's hard to navigate. It's hard to navigate being being like human at all. You know what I'm saying? And like trying to find your way without any sort of like guidance. And like, I love my parents. My parents are good people. You know what I'm saying? But like on like a whole, I've noticed that we come from people who don't really know who they are yet. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have the same, because it was harder for them.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like they attune themselves to like ideas rather than their own like self and shit. Like I remember my dad's a good person. I want you to all know this before I tell this story. Like I decided to be a musician whenever I was like 17. I was just like, okay, I think this is the only thing that I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? That like I have any sort of wherewithal to do.
So when did that start for you? Like, when did you start making music?
I was like 15 or 16. Okay. My friend Andrew was just like, hey man, I got like a speaker and like I got this microphone and stuff from my mom. Like, do you want to like put something together? I remember the first song that I rapped over. I think I was like probably 18 whenever I first laid something on a track, but it was a Chance the Rapper song. It was the song he did with No Name. I think it was called
Cocoa Butter Kisses?
It's like it was like a practice or practicing or something like that. It's the same. It almost has the same beat as Big L's 7-minute freestyle.
Okay.
It's like boom, 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 and like I was like training his meditation by an aqueduct, and like just went off because like I like loved Earl Sweatshirt and shit, and I sounded like him at the time. So like I did that, and like I showed my friends. No offense, white people, but like the teenagers that I was around, they were like, "Oh my god!" Because they never heard anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I know we all like. I do art because I just want to.
Sure.
I do it because it's what I'm supposed to be doing. But the validation that you get from something is like powerful, bro.
For sure, man.
Because like no one was telling me like I was drawing great pictures or like I really touched them with this poem that I wrote. They were just like, dude, this is hard as fuck. And I was just like, oh, you know what I mean? And I started going to open mics and stuff, and I lucked into getting picked up by like a studio whenever I was like 22. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And like And it wasn't like ID Lab, like it wasn't like a big thing. It was like a startup.
But it was a studio that like, that you wanted to, kind of grow and develop in.
Exactly. And anybody who can tell you since I was like 16, I'm just like, this is it. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
So how was your dad feeling when you decided to
He did not like it.
Yeah.
My dad is a musician too.
Okay.
And he played drums for Prince for a little while whenever his name's Sean Atwater. He's super talented. He's super talented. He's one of the most talented people that I've ever met in my life.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And like he inspires me a lot because he would sit in his room, he'd play guitar, he would sing, and like he's one of the few people that like can sing things that'll make me like cry.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I mean, it helps that I know him.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like the things that he sings about, how he sings them, how he composes music is like really beautiful to me.
Wow.
But he was not. It's the same.
That's weird. Like why? Like, did you feel why? Like, why do you feel that way? Like,
I could understand why, because it was hard. It was hard for him. His dad gave him a hard time whenever he was trying to pursue that. You know what I'm saying? Also, Fred Atwater, you're a great person, and I love you. You know what I'm saying? But like, they came from a different age.
Sure,
Where,
right.
like, you had to be like a laborer to have work and shit.
Just like real blue collar type shit.
Exactly. And like, my dad was just like this drummer kid who's just like, he was like a punk. He was like a punk whenever he was like a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't really see black punks in like the 70s and shit. You know what I mean? And like, it was hard for him. You know what I'm saying? And like, he was trying to protect me. He didn't want me to go down a road and get like, because he sees that I'm sensitive. My dad knows me. You know what I'm saying? But he was just like, he thought maybe that I wasn't built for that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, nah, it is what it is. I want this. You know what I'm saying? And it set me on my path. Me and him got into this big argument, and I ended up like leaving my house. You know what I'm saying? And like, I moved in with my brother, and me and him like kind of like made progress on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a job. I was like working towards something, but I was also like, music. That's it. Right. I want to do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And like, my friends see me struggle a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I would be dumb not to say that I didn't like, because I'm good at other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to sell insurance for the rest of my fucking life, bro. Yeah. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell Medicaid to old people who don't really want it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be a salesperson if I wanted to. I was good at shit.
It's not like your lack of ability to do those things. It's just that, like, that's not where your direct passion and like energy wants to go. But at the same time, you have to eat and you have bills and shit like that. You know what I mean?
And so even that, I've twisted it into like my own thing, because like I like to cook. Like I'm a chef.
Okay.
Say, you know what I mean?
By trade or?
By trade.
Okay, word.
Dope. And like I've been cooking since I was like a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But it's valued. It's not highly valued in like this right now, but like I've worked for like Mitchell's Fish Market and shit. Like, I've put like together some really delightful things, and like it's art. It's just putting together a picture that people eat. You
real
know what
shit.
I'm saying?
Damn, that's funny as fuck. I never heard that shit described. A picture that they would eat. That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just all of my life, everything that I do is an expression of who I am, and if I'm not expressing myself, I feel like I'm dying. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I've been in an office. I've worked in so many offices in my life, putting on a suit and shit.
You, bro. Yeah, I feel
you know what I'm saying? Just to feel like I'm supposed to.
Right,
you know
yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, it's because, like, you feel like that's what you're supposed to do and just to operate within that culture and, like, within that space type shit. Like,
yeah, and, like, this is no slight on anybody who sells insurance.
No, for sure.
This isn't any slight on anybody who does a 9 to 5.
It's just doing some shit, like, that you don't want to do. And, like, it could be anything, man.
Exactly.
Like, if you're a farmer, it could be, like, I should be, you know what I mean? Like,
why do I have to talk to these like executives about what I'm farming on? You know? Shit
literally
like that.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
what I'm saying? Like, and as I get older, I realize that some of these ideas might be like obtuse or whatever, but like, I do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I have to do what I want to do. I have to do what my heart tells me. I have to do what my mind is like being like, yo, do this. Or I I get like it's not so much like depressed. It's just like everything doesn't. I don't feel like alive. I don't feel alive.
No,
You know what I mean?
bro,
And
like I feel that's aligned with depression, bro. Like I mean, how you about to do some shit that's just like literally making you like. You ever watch a Fairly Odd Parents, bro? Like,
yeah,
you remember like how like the Pixies operate and that they're just they all wear gray and it's like the wishes that like they grant like very bland
yeah,
or
it's
like
100% logic.
yeah
based.
yeah and it's just like I feel like working in that type of environment it just kind of you put on the gray suit they give you the glasses and it's just like all right join the other gears in the cog yeah you know what I mean like
I don't want to be one of those, and like you can romanticize your life however you want, you know what I'm saying? But like I don't work well like that. I don't work well and as like working in a machine that I don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody can tell you that I'm like a team player. I'll make sure that everybody who's with me gets taken care of and shit. But like if I'm working on this shit, this doo-doo ass on this floor with like a floor manager who's like monitoring my breaks and shit. Like I'm a human being, bro. I'm a human being.
I'm a grown man. First of all, you're not gonna watch me eat my sandwich like for 30 minutes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
so,
we're
like,
not gonna.
Bro, we all go through the like 12 years of being like, can I go to the bathroom, please? You know what I'm saying? No, fuck off, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm a good person. I follow rules and shit that I like resonate with and shit. So like. I'm following my own path. I encourage everyone to follow their own path because you'll be happier. And like, bro, like I'm not a rich guy, you know what I'm saying? But I did get my houses off of music, you know what I'm saying? I did like get my shit together because of music.
And not many people can say that at all.
Exactly. I met my friends because of music. I found my home because of music. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying whatever that is to you. You know what I'm saying? Pursue it 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I feel that, bro. And like, before we get into like your music and like how that developed, I just want to ask like one final thing. Like, how do you feel like, working in those environments played into like that self-righteousness that like you were feeling like at that time? Like, cause like I know that dance, man. I know it very well. It's like you kind of put your pride to the side and swallow that pill, but like you don't.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so how was that navigating for you?
Humbling, I will say that, because a lot of the time in my youth, I thought I was like better than this. You know what I'm saying? And it's because it was fed to me the idea that like you're better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like a fry cook whenever I was like a teenager and shit, and like I was like, I like this. This is cool. And my dad was like, you're better than that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I would aim higher because I didn't want to look down upon. I didn't want to be looked down upon. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, it forces you to kind of rectify with your idea of, like, am I living, like, my truth? You know what I'm saying? Are these people living their truths? Am I really better than them because they decided something that I'm deciding against and shit? You know what I'm saying? Because like those same people, like they have like families and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, look at this guy on his fucking scooter, you know what I'm saying? writing little music and like playing his little shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but see, like I'm understanding that like that's their life. That's what is fulfilling to them.
Facts.
But it's not what feeds me. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with like even other musicians. The way that other people go about shit is not necessarily what motivates me and what does me right. And if like I don't tell you about that, I'm doing a disservice to myself and to you. You know what I'm saying? So like if I'm not feeling something or not feeling this person and shit, I'm just honest. It forced me to be very honest with myself.
I feel that. Yep.
And honest with others. And I think that's a good thing.
1000%.
You know
it's not like trying to be disrespectful by any means, you know what I mean? But it's again just like being honest and like upfront with you, because you know what I mean, like you're the one that has to like sit with however you're feeling when you go to bed at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like no one else is affected by that but you. You know what I mean? So it's I definitely feel that for sure. So What were like some of the early days like for you making music? Like I know you said like you started at 15, 16, didn't really put or like lay some like official down till 18. Like what were like some of those adolescent years like? Did it like take a while for you to get comfortable with your sound or?
I I think everybody hates how their voice sounds whenever it's not in their head. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
I
saying?
feel
And
that.
like, I always had the idea that I sounded tougher than and like I'm hearing my voice now. I'm just like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable, but again, it's another one of those things that forces you to face yourself. I was going through a lot whenever I was like 18,
Do you want
19.
to refill there, bro?
Oh, yes, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's so, because I had a set life. You know what I'm saying? I was good in school and shit, even though I was lazy as hell. That's just like my thing. I absorb information really well, and I can adapt. But like, I have my little girlfriend, I have my little group of friends and shit, and like once I started choosing myself and what I liked above those things, you know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of like got away from me. You know what I'm saying? My friends thought I was being like selfish and shit, and like I'm not a selfish person.
Hmm.
But with music, it's the one thing that's for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's for everybody.
Yeah,
once
right.
it leaves my lips, but like the act of creating something in any sort of sense is like for me.
Sure.
And I don't want everybody to be around me all the time whenever I'm like that. And like
Rightfully so, right.
it's like having a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to have a wife and a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So like
right.
and like people wanted me. It felt like people wanted me to be dedicated to this life because I was gonna get my degree in like psychology and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to be like a psychoanalyst. You know what I'm saying? But like, I took my understanding of like the human mind and like the heart of man, and I was just like, what if I just turned it into songs and shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought I was like throwing my life away. You know what I
Damn.
mean? And like, I went through it the hard way. Nobody wanted to help me go to school, so I went to school by myself. I didn't have like a room. I went to Robert Morris. I didn't have like a
Okay.
room, like a dorm to sleep in. So I slept on the floor of like my friend's dorm
For real,
for
like
weeks, bro.
how did they like? Why didn't you get set up with like a dormer? Like, cause it just
I have a superpower.
yeah, damn.
I have the ability to slip through cracks. You know what I'm saying? And like it wasn't like I wasn't like a little fixture on campus and shit. Like I was like good friends with my teachers and shit, and they were just like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it has to be like this.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? And like I was just like, me neither. You're in charge. You know what I'm saying? So like, but like that's it. Again, it's another thing that just showed me like if I want something, I will do whatever it takes.
Bro, so you showed up at Robert Morris, man. Like they just didn't give you a dorm. Like they didn't assign you a dorm, no nothing.
No.
And you just were just going to classes, sleeping in the homies' floor off the strength of it all. Like
because
wow.
like I really wanted to be like a psychologist. I wanted to be a psychoanalyst.
That's wild.
Like I really wanted that, and then like it was killing me. It was like literally killing me. And I took that as a sign that I wasn't. That's not what I was supposed to do.
You could put that middle console down, bro, and then it can hold your drink. Yeah, there you go. Boom. No, yeah, there you go.
But like and maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. I'm not dead yet and shit. But like, I was just like, if I'm struggling so hard just to do this thing. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like nobody wanted me to do it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like anybody wants you to do really anything. You know what I'm saying? But like, it was hard because even my homie was just like, bro, you can't sleep on the floor every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, well, what else am I supposed to do?
Right.
You know what I mean? To get what I want. You know what I mean? And everything kind of forces you to reevaluate those things. Like, I needed to learn the skills that I learned while I was in school.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier to deal with others and see, like, I can't assume anything about anybody, but there's certain things about people, you can see their motivations for things in their actions, you know what I'm saying? Why? Because I always think, why? Like, why would somebody do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like, I'm allowed to talk to them and kind of, like, take in that information.
How long did you end up like having that setup?
Like a year and a half.
What? They didn't give you housing for a year and a half?
Yeah.
Why?
I wasn't trying to make a big stink about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like my English teacher definitely knew. I was seeing like a therapist at school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be like, yo, like help me, dog. You know what I'm saying? But like it just seems like everybody's hands were tied, or they didn't want to escalate it into something that was more. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a jab at like the institution or anything.
It's just your experience there, but yeah.
And like it was a good school. I had a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other than like sleeping on the floor and shit, but like it just showed me like I wasn't in the right place. I wasn't in the right place.
How did that like affect just like school life, social life? Like I mean, like
that
must have been rough.
I still have this like thing where like if I'm really dedicated into something, if like I just won't talk to anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because like I think it hurt me like a lot to feel that alone in a situation.
Yeah, man. I was about to say like do you feel like it hindered you as far as like just the experience overall, just to kind of keep that in for like a year and like some change?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, and I lost like I went through like a lot of like the normal changes somebody's supposed to go through. Like me and my high school sweetheart like broke up and shit, and I was just like, that would be like fuck, you know what I'm saying? Either way, but like it's like fuck, and I have to sleep on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So like,
right,
you know what I'm saying? Like so, like
damn,
those things really like it pushed me to a limit. You know what I'm saying? One that I would return to a few more times before like I come to sit here with you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So like. It showed me how strong I am.
Yeah,
it's like
man,
it wasn't
resilient
like
as fuck.
I wasn't crying about it. It wasn't like this sad thing to me. It was just like, all right, this is what we have to do. This is what the universe is asking of me to do. This, you know what I'm saying? And then the sudden switch of direction, like the thing that killed me, bro, is like I wanted to turn my things into like you know how like they have adult coloring books now?
Mm-hmm.
I was
like actually no, because I'm not even hip to that. Like
okay, so like it eases people's minds who have anxiety, like adults. You know what I'm saying? Because it allows you to kind of complete a task that's like no pressure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so like I was like really on that, and I was like, I'm a good artist, and I'm pretty good at reading people, so I should probably double major in these things.
Okay.
And I was poor as shit. And my parents didn't want to help me go to school. And these niggas asked me to get, like, an iPad and shit. I was just like, sir, I'm selling drugs to get to school. Like, please, like, I can't do that. I can't, like, an extra, like, $900 at that point is, like, not feasible for me.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? And he goes, you're going to fail this class then. And I was just like.
If I don't get an iPad?
Yeah, so, like. Whatchamacallit, I had a class right before that it was my psychology teacher. She showed me like the value of going to class because it literally has like monetary value. Okay, so my the way that my tuition worked, if I missed a class, that's like $250, $275 out of my ass. You know what I'm saying? And like you can only miss so much before you're not even getting the like monetary value of going to school. And I thought about that because I was just like, damn, I'm making these people $250 per time I come to class.
Right.
Why can't you spare that for me? You know what I'm saying? Like even to this day, like I have this thing, it's like whenever I ask people like, why don't you, for me, it makes me feel like weak as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I was just like, why can't you make this exception for me? Like you see that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm drawing the figures, I'm doing all that, and I'm doing it to a T because like this is what I want. I'm also sleeping on the ground and I'm fucking trying really hard.
Yeah, right.
But he wanted money. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And like the college system requires your money. You know what I mean? And it really disillusioned me from the whole idea of like staying in school. You know what I'm saying? And
so
like,
how long were you at Robert Morris?
a year.
A year
And some change.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then like I just left because I wasn't in like a healthy mind state, and I was just
cold,
like,
just like boom,
yeah, I was
I'm
like,
out.
fuck all of you,
Oh,
fuck all of you,
shit.
yeah, and like it like kind of fucked my shit up a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I'm saying? But like,
When they like, how long after you left? Like, did they finally like? I think this thing is gone. Like,
I got to see, like, I didn't live at the residence that I was at, so like the mail that they would send me, like, hey man, this is bad.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't come to me until like me and my dad like made up like years later, and he was like, you have all this mail from Robert Morris. And I was just like, I'm not gonna worry about that shit. You know what I mean? So like,
You're funny as shit. That's good.
it just has to be that way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it's just like, that showed me, because immediately after I let that go, my brother had that song that I made whenever I was like 17, and he showed it to this guy who was buying our house. Okay, buying the house that me and him had. Okay, and this guy was like, damn, this kid's pretty good.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, that's my brother. And he was just like, oh, word. Well, I have a studio like down the road. Let him know. Tell him to come down. And that kind of set me on the path that I'm on.
That's crazy.
Because like then I could be like a professional.
So damn, because like there's kind of like a little bit to unpack this. So all right, just kind of like walk me through the mentality of the day that you left, that like you decided like just looking around like, yeah,
Oh, bro, I walked
I'm
out.
about to get the fuck up out of here. Like, yeah, like what was it like?
It was like maybe 2 days after he told me I had to get an iPad or I would fail.
Yeah, that's about my cue as well.
I sat with my English teacher. I can't remember her name. She's this black lady, and she was like, I was always like really close with my English teachers and shit. I'm like, I wouldn't say that I'm gifted with the word and shit, but like I really take an interest in it. And she was just like, Julian, like, I noticed that you didn't come to class yesterday, and like you're really good in this class, but like you're also not like performing well right now. And I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. And she was just like, why is that? And I was like, because I sleep on the floor. I sleep on the floor here.
Shit, damn, yeah.
And like I've talked to everybody that I could. I don't know how much louder I have to get.
Yeah.
So niggas take care of me and shit.
Yeah, right.
And I realized that I can't. I told her this. I was like, I can't rely on you guys to take care of me like that. And I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I apologize to her personally, because she really tried.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She took me to like however many offices they had to to speak to people about getting me a space and shit. And it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. And I didn't want her heart to be broken, because it's like, you weren't deterring me. You weren't. You know what I'm saying? It's just how things are.
Yeah, right.
And so, like, I felt like a failure at first.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? I felt like a bum. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that's how I was raised. If you didn't follow through on the thing that you said you were going to do, you're a bum. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I floated around for, like, a couple months with, like, my brother and shit. And, like, everybody knew I was, like, sad. I was, like, depressed as shit, because, like, bro, like, I couldn't talk to my dad. I couldn't go back home. You know what I'm saying? And, like, the thing that I set out to do that made everybody mad didn't work. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't know. I also figured, I was like, I'm young. I can still fuck up a couple more times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, whatever. You know what I mean? And, like, I just kept going. I just kept moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it is important to take inventory of how you feel and shit, but, like, it is also so important to just keep going.
Yeah, right.
Because, like, I believed in me, even though nobody else does. And, like, everybody has that, like, oh, he believed in me no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I do. I believe in me no matter what. You know what I mean? I know who I am. I know what my heart is. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in others the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I took that with me to my next venture. You know what I'm saying? And
Which
like,
was what, after you just had to leave Robert Morris?
so, and it was only like a couple of months, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But like, so I get put into the studio, which was like still being built and stuff. We were
Off
called
the song that like your brother showed the guy. So yeah, like what, like was that just like a freestyle, or like something like you just like laid down and like, you know, put out?
So we were just like, we should probably try and shoot this. Okay. So I went to the Middle Class Millionaires studio off of Warrington, right off of Arlington. You know what I'm saying? Right next to the Quick Stop, going down into Carson Street, and we recorded like 4 songs there. It was like me, my friend Andrew, my friend Vondre, and Anthony, and like I like that song. My friends like that song, and it seemed to get like, I got like 3,000 views, which to a nobody, that's like awesome. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So like I was like, okay, that's cool. But to have somebody like contact me out of the blue and be like, hey man, like I heard that song, I have this studio here, I would like to bring you on board. I was just like, oh shit, all of this was for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, that situation didn't pan out like perfectly. Yeah. But like, that guy saved my life. You know what I'm saying? He saved my life, and he brought me back to my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a friend of mine was actually dating another one of the rappers that was like in there. Okay. And I hadn't seen her for ever. Damn. You know what I'm saying? And it got me, and she was my manager for a long time. Okay. Her name is Shanice Lazar. She's awesome. And I felt, again, it's one of those feelings where it's just like, I'm where I belong now. Sure, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I helped build out that studio. We had a really good business model because it was just like, all right, this is an artist hub. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way that I try to conduct like putting together shows and shit. Because it's
we're definitely gonna get to that.
I hate. Like, I'm a rapper. I love rap. But seeing 12 niggas rap back to back is like, maybe I'm not a purist. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like I just don't enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because like rappers have less energy. It's not because of the setup or anything. It's just like, whenever I go to listen to music, whenever you play music on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever the fuck you play it on, you're not listening to just one genre. You're listening to a bunch of genres. Yeah. And you see how they mix together and how they don't mix together. It's interesting, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we had this big house, or not this big house, this big-ass studio with, like, 4 rappers, 4 bands, you know what I'm saying? Like, 2 dudes that were doing, like, comedy stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, like, we had our own little, like, before, like, a boom, because I saw it, I was just like, people want to sit and talk. You know what I'm saying? We had our own little podcast and shit. Yeah. And, like, just because we just weren't ready. All of us were a little too young, you know what I'm saying? Weren't able to navigate through the game enough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it informed everything that I know now. So now that blew up. You know what I'm saying? It was another, like, no, I'm doomed to mediocrity. Right, I gotta go back to selling insurance. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like, but it also showed me something. Like, I found somebody I really loved through that. You know what I'm saying? That didn't pan out because I wasn't being who I was supposed to be. You know what I mean? And like, it just showed me more and more, like, you have to lean into this. Don't resist it because it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Going into the dark is scary as fuck. You don't know what's out in front of you. You know what I mean? But like, you go and then you find people, and then like, I'm still friends with a majority of those people, man. Like, because like I saw something in them and they saw something in me, and it was real. It was very real. I'm very like proud of everybody that I got to be a part of that with. Yeah. You know what I mean?
How long were you involved with the studio?
From the time I was 22 to about the time I was like 25, 26. Yeah,
that's definitely a good,
you know what I'm saying?
Amount of time, yeah.
And like, we like got ourselves a little foothold in the city and shit, and like we had these little parties and stuff. Like, it was good. It was super good.
How do you feel like you like grew in that time, just like as an artist overall? Just like, what do you think that the time spent in that studio did for you?
It showed me, one, that it's real. It's real. Like, I played my first like big show like with them. You know what I'm saying? Shanice like really threw her whole body, her whole essence into like making sure that we got out there. You know what I mean? Like, I got to travel because of music. I got to
where'd you go? Like where
California. I got really sick, but we were supposed to go up to Canada.
Okay. You ever been there before? Prior to that, or nah? Okay, word.
And like, I got to play at like a festival in California at like 23 years old, and I was just like, holy shit! Like a couple years ago, I was sleeping on the floor, bro. Yeah. Like that's insane.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And I met like a bunch of cool people while I was out there. You know what I mean? I got to go to Las Vegas. It was like fun.
It's dope. Like, yeah, no, for sure.
It was super fun, and like I got to meet and be friends, like befriend like people who were like very genuinely interested in what I was doing, and were like happy that I was interested in what they were doing.
It's fire, man.
And that's what it's supposed to be.
Literally, bro. Like that's how you know it's like, yeah, like it just kind of reaffirms that, like, all right, so I'm not crazy. This shit exists. It exists. You know what I mean? Like it exists for me to be present in. So like that's definitely like a good. And then like, bro, like you said, it's what it's all about. That I mean, like, you know, like the accolades with creating art, entertainment, whatever, are cool, and like, you know, you definitely hope to make a living off that. You know what I mean? In a at least a comfortable living. You know what I mean? Like not have to fucking just fight for every meal or fight to have a roof. You know what I mean? Just be like, you know, just comfortable. But then to that other point, man, just that whole community, man, just bouncing ideas off each other. Just like, oh man, you fuck with this shit, I fuck with this shit. Oh, you fuck with that, I might not really fuck with that way, but like I respect that you fuck. You know what I mean? Just like kind of building that community with people. So that shit is damn near priceless for real.
Yeah. And I would take that above any amount of money that that I could gain. You know what I mean? Because like, I think a large reason why I do these things, why like I make music, why I try to get people involved in shows, why like I work in music in general, is just to like not necessarily be seen, but I want to be a part of something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't have to be the focal point. I don't have to be like, it's Julian's show. Like, it's like, I'm glad that everybody's here. I'm glad that I can sit and talk to these people who kind of went through a very similar thing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To hear them be like, oh man, like I feel alone as shit sometimes. And I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. I totally get it. You know what I mean? I feel you. And not only to have that resonate with me, but to know that it resonates with another person.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
Huge.
I'm not like I don't want to say like I'm the most altruistic, like I just do it for them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. A large portion of this shit is for me, but like I like music made me feel like I wasn't by myself through shit. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Talking to people makes me feel like I'm not by myself. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I can do that for anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because there's little shows that like I like saw and got to be a part of, made me like, they just kept me here for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's important. It's just so fucking important to like be with others who are like you. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you 1000%, man. Like it can anchor you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it really.
I'm a space cadet, dude. Yeah. Like I'm not here 90% of the time.
I feel you.
And it's nice to be brought back to earth by people who are like, who really care.
Fellow cadets type shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and so like that whole thing went down, and like I went through like another little down swoop. You know what I'm saying?
So you ended up leaving the studio at 26. Was it a falling out? Did you leave amicably? Like,
oh, it was super amicable. We just ran out of money. We just ran out of money, bro.
Yeah,
like, so like the business model was basically like, you come in, if you're a musician, like we'll have a session and shit. But if there's something you don't know how to do, I'm going to show you how to do it.
Fire, okay.
Really good on paper, but once everybody learns how to do what you're doing, the service that you provide doesn't really make sense.
There you go. Okay, a little business lesson there.
You know what I'm saying? So like, we didn't have like the money to keep sustaining this, and I didn't want to kill the dudes who were like actually running it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? He came in, I remember he was like sad as hell. I've never seen somebody so sad to tell me something in my life. Like, he was just like, hey, man, can I, like, sit down and talk to you? And I was just like, yeah. He goes, I don't have the money now to, like, pay anybody to do this. And I was just like, that's fucking tough, bro. But the fact that he admitted it to me and that he was genuine with how he felt, like, how am I going to make an enemy out of him?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
Like, he tried his best. He really did. And I was with him most of the time, so I know that he did. And, like, bro, worst shit ever. Immediately after, like, I just get paid to do music. I had to work at Taco fucking Bell. I had to work at Taco Bell, where my girlfriend at the time was my manager.
Holy shit.
Ass. It was so ass. It was so terrible, bro. Because if I had an issue with something, I couldn't be like, yo, this is fuck. I'd be like, babe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, I hear you, I see you, but I don't necessarily want to do this right now.
I'm getting killed.
I can't make this crunch rap right now. Do you understand? Yeah.
I literally got into an argument with an old man because of that. I was just like, sir, the door is supposed to be locked. You can't even be in here. And he was just like, I just want my crunch wrap. And I was just like, oh, God.
Nigga wedged in 8:59. Y'all close at 9. He wedged in 8:58. Yo, I need that crunch wrap, please. By the way,
he was like, "You're a shitty worker," and I was just like, "You're a fucking terrible consumer, dude. Like, fucking awful."
Damn, I'm gonna have to steal that. You're a terrible consumer.
The dude,
That's
okay, so there was a dude in the drive-through line. You know what I'm saying? I had like a reputation at the drive-through line because like I will talk to you. Like if you ask me how I'm doing, I'm like I'm fucking 26 and I work at Taco Bell. How the fuck do you think I'm doing, bro? How do you think I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? And he was just like. They would give me money and shit. I was just like, yeah, I can't. I'm not allowed to accept that. And he goes, I know. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny as shit.
But this dude, he came in and he was just like, that guy was a fucking dick. And I was just like, yes, here is his crunch wrap for you. You know what I mean? Like, and like, again, lost the girl. It seems like what happens to me is like I get on these highs and then in my lows, I lose the shorty and I make tacos. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So like
what a bounce back
like a bunch of taco shops. I just worked at a bunch of like we're just gonna it's not like like authentic. We really care about the tacos.
Nah,
it's a
American
bunch of
made.
Yeah, it's a bunch of white niggas who are like
capitalism tacos.
Yeah, exactly. How about we make a Korean barbecue taco? You're just like you're not
I
Korean.
think that would test well with this demographic.
You're like that's bad. That's not good at all. You know what I'm saying? And like. It was really like, as you get older, I don't know. Whenever you hit a low, it's like, wow, this was way lower. This is like way lower than I was at like 24.
Bro, why is it? Oh yeah, that's like it's just like the sea level like lowers. It's just like this was not like it wasn't that bad when I was back like 2-3 years ago. Why is this kind of crazy right now? Like.
And then I lucked out again, bro.
Oh,
I just lucked out again. So Sam Kissick, the guy who's like behind the studio, is a kid that I went to high school with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we followed each other like in passing, like as we grew into adults. And he was just like, that guy can fucking rap.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I went to a couple ciphers at their like studio space and shit. And I would go every time. I would go every single time. Nice. And he was just like, do you want to work here? Like, is this something that you want to do? And I was just like, more than anything on earth. And now I'm here.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just had to keep following through. You know what I'm saying? Man. And, like, it doesn't matter how dark it gets. It doesn't matter how... Because it looks hopeless. Shit looks hopeless as fuck, bro. Like... But now, like, things that trouble me don't trouble me anymore. That's so, like, a couple weeks ago, my car blew up. You know what I'm saying? My car blew the fuck up.
Damn.
Like I was leaving work, and it went, and, like, smoke and shit started billowing out of it. You know what I'm saying? And, like, if I was younger, it would have been a big deal. Yeah. It would have been such a big deal. And I would have been fucking destitute about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, the way things work out, bro, like, so this guy, young guy Burkett, really good musician. Okay, he's moving to Hawaii in a couple weeks.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
And he was just like, "Well, I have this like bike. If you would like to use it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna give it to the studio because like I'm not gonna pay for this time.
Like
I
can't.
A
manual bike or like a motorcycle?
It's like a scooter. Okay. It's like a Vespa almost. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And like that's like God money. That's like God money coming back for you. You know what I'm saying? And so like I wasn't too bothered about it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I mean,
get me around, like
it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, I like riding that little shit. That's fun as hell. You know what I mean? Like, but if I still took myself super serious, I was still thinking about like how I would look on the fucking bike.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have got here. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Like, if I could sleep on somebody's floor, if I could go without something, you know what I'm saying? I'm up as fuck right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have like a car necessarily right now, but like once fall time comes, because I only have to put $2 in my tank.
Crazy.
Okay, like I'm gonna have money to get a car.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like age has shown me how to see things outside of what's just in front of me. You know what I mean?
I feel like, bro, like it's, you said some profound shit, man. You know, like when you lose the shorty, man, find your way through tacos, bro. I feel like that's I feel like that's the ultimate answer. You know what I mean? We could take from all this.
I'll
man.
tell you, bro. I was the saddest nigga on earth making fucking tacos, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look at nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro. That's crazy. Like,
here you go.
Well, actually, leave like you're just like on the job type shit. Like, did y'all get into it like on the job or like?
I don't know, but see, like, there's this song by Brent Faiyaz.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Winter in London.
Yeah.
Okay, if you ain't nasty, don't at me.
Yeah, right.
Okay, would you still fuck with me if I had day shift? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who really liked me and a lot of like shorties who were like trying to fuck with me and shit knew me as the studio guy, as the musician and shit. Whenever that stuff got taken away from me. But also, it's not their fault, okay? It's not their fault because, like, I was not a happy dude. I was not a happy dude making tacos and shit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, only being able to play whenever I had, like, there was an open mic and shit. Like, that shit upset me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I still took myself too serious. And, like, you don't want to be around that shit all the time. I totally get it. I was like, I wasn't necessarily like, I'm not a mean person, bro. Right. But like,
you weren't like in your best setting.
Exactly. I just wasn't myself anymore. Right. You know what I'm saying? And like, I had to lose her to understand that. Like, usually loss is there to show you, like, yo, you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, got right back on it. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, fuck, I haven't made music in, like, a couple years now. Like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, in one little, like, not even a whole year, bro, I went from, like, just ciphering with my friends to, like, throwing shows and, like, being where I'm supposed to be again.
No, I definitely want to talk about, you putting shows together, but, like, I definitely want to talk about, like, some, like, your individual body of work, right? So I thought, like, Patchwork, when I was looking at your discography on Spotify, I thought Patchwork was initially your first project. Then I went to SoundCloud and I saw that you dropped what's it called? Burnt Out. Yeah. That was like 2016, right? Yeah. So like that was your like initial first project, right? So like, did that come together just as you developed as an artist, or like was that something like you just kind of wanted to get off as soon as you like started making music?
I think that these 3 projects that I put out are all kind of like a lateral movement. Like, not necessarily saying that I haven't progressed, but like all of those were made whenever I was like just coming out of like struggling for shit. So I was like you can almost hear like desperation in my voice.
Yeah.
Whenever like I'm like rapping and shit. But like Burnt Out, go on SoundCloud and check that shit out. Yeah. But like Burnt Out was like, I like that. That was like one of my favorite things to make because like I made the cover. I drew the cover for that. I made like all the beats for it except for the first one, which was like my buddy, my best friend Andrew made the beat for that. Okay. And like I liked it because it was fucking weird. I liked it because I was like, oh, this is pretty good rapping. These beats and shit are weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And like Punch was like maybe like a couple months after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like the cover art for that too, by the way. That's just dope.
I really got punched in my face for that shit.
Oh shit!
I chose the biggest motherfucker who was at the studio. His name's Jake McCloskey.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was just like, yo, could you punch me in the face for this thing? And he was just like, I don't really want to do that. And I was just like, listen, it's for art. It'll be
for
awesome.
art, bro. Just chill out.
I actually have a video, like we had a promo video of him just going boom and cracking me, bro. Like, again, I could take a hit. I'm real good at it. You know what I'm saying? But like, he said it hurt him way more than it would hurt me, and I was just like, yeah, it probably did, because he's giant guy, sweet as hell. He's the sweetest person on earth. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't really want to hit you, dude. I was just like, just do it, because we need the hair to fall a certain way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, damn. You know what I mean? And like,
you really committed to that shit. That shit looks dope though, man. Like, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, so like and like my name at the time, I used to go by Juice. You know what I'm saying? So Punch was kind of like every flavor. Like I probably made like 30 songs for that album or that EP, and I was just like, here's 5. Here are 1 of each flavor of thing that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's Punch. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, I really thought I was being really clever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then Patchwork was kind of like this thing that like, it's an experiment. I would say it was an experiment. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely one song that I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? But it was me just trying to get back to like making like not a formula, but like a song that's like verse, chorus, verse, and not just me freestyling and fucking, you know, just throwing shit out there.
Right. I feel that.
And like, all of them are pretty good. All of them are pretty good, but I don't think any of them really speak to the level of artistry that I am able to produce. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Which is no fault of anyone's but my own. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just like looking back, you just kind of have those sentiments.
Yeah, like there's like, so I have an album that's like gonna probably come out like next year that I'm like, I listen to that and I listen to these things, and like Burnt Out is my favorite thing that I've ever made. Okay. And I'm just like, this shit's weak. This shit's weak as fuck. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
To this new heat.
And like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that I'm not this like breakout superstar or anything. Like, I like that it's like I have to work.
Well, even the breakout superstars, they put years into, like, it's not like overnight, like, hey, this person was born at 22 and they started making music and now they're just super famous. You know what I mean?
They're
like,
amazing.
Yeah, like, you know, like it took, you know, years or so. And like, that's usually the case. Like, when someone kind of that's been working for years hits their stride, it's like overnight success. They just popped up, and it's like, no, I've actually been struggling a lot for about 10 years now, and on the 11th year I'm here. Nice to meet you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, you know,
it's
how it goes.
I forget what Wiz Khalifa said. It took him like 7 years to like become the artist that we all see right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's a lot of playing for a few people. That's a lot of like throwing your shit up on, like, for him it was like that piff to like not a tremendous outpouring of support, you know what I mean? But like, if you continue through it, he's a big inspiration for me, you know what I'm saying? He like, because like, he's made an empire off of just doing what he likes to do. Right. I don't even like all of his music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love weed. I love it. Right. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be every song, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? You got like a brand off of that,
for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could support your family and shit off of that, bro. You have like these shows that like bring everybody who's like me up, you know what I'm saying, into these spots. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Right. That's amazing, dude. Mars Jackson just opened up for him the other day. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Mars Jackson has been rapping for a good bit. You know what I'm saying? And like, that someone at his level could see like anybody in here that isn't like a super amazing, like, I have billboards and like everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and be like, yeah, come up here and fucking spit that shit. Man, you know what I'm saying? Off. Like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do.
I definitely want to, cause like, you know, we're kind of winding down here. I definitely just want to throw a few more questions at you. So I definitely want to get to the events that you put together, man. Again, the Club Cafe joint was super dope, man. I think it's a great idea, bro. Even having Jeff open up. You know what I mean? Like I have yet to be at an event where a comedian has opened up and then like the music gave me kind of like real like Chappelle show vibes. You feel me? Like that was super dope, bro. Yeah, but bro, it was super dope. So how did you when did you start putting those together? Like, was that the first of its kind, like right there, or had that been in the works for a while?
That's the first one that like I like did the legwork for.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. So back whenever we were little Libco, was me and like my friend Shanice.
Mm-hmm.
Shanice would like bring up these ideas of like these lineups of people to like put together. And
Okay.
she's like an amazing curator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I try to be as good as that is, but like I also think of it like we're missing something in a show space. Variety shows were popping as fuck, bro.
Mhm.
Like Soul Train was a variety show. You know what I'm saying? You'd have comedians, you'd have musicians, you'd
It's
have people
tough to
dancing.
like kind of pull that off without being too gimmicky, because like even in Soul Train, right? I guess it was quote unquote gimmicky, but like for that time and for that era, like it was very like topical and on point, and like it hit the notes. I feel like if that tried to come back now, it would just kind of seem too like almost performative. You know what I mean? Like is
No, I totally and like
Yeah.
I try to be very careful about that. You know what I'm saying? Because like my idea show is something that maintains people's attention.
For
You know
sure,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
So like I used to be a punk. I followed in my dad's footsteps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I hung out with
Apple
the
don't
dirty
fall too
feet
far
and
from
the
the
toe
tree,
ring
yeah.
people and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Toe-ring people.
So like I like rock. I really
Right.
fuck with rock
For
music.
sure, bro.
I really fuck with rap music. And we were experimenting with it a little bit at my old studio by like putting together like shows where it's like, two rappers and two bands like together. And I was like, that is cool. I like that. But I also noticed like as we were doing events, there was just events where it was just like comedians. And I'm realizing that in the creative like world of Pittsburgh, as much as we're all together and stuff, we're like still segmented.
Sure.
And I don't think that it's like of anybody's
Talk
fault.
about that all the time here, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I just want something that'll bring people together because nobody listens to just one genre.
Yeah.
And like, as I'm noticing, like I watch podcasts all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Bro. I watch comedians almost more religiously than I watch like musicians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would love a show like Tom Segura. Tom
Just
Segura
love
does
Tom
his
Segura, man.
does the YMH lives, bro. And because Danny Brown is also a
Facts.
podcaster, bro,
Banging
he's just
lineups.
like, well,
Yeah,
how about you
right.
play? How about you play before we do all these jokes and shit?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And like,
Nah, bro, what they got going on over at YMH is dope. So yeah,
and
it's
like,
super dope.
I'm not saying that I had the idea first and shit, but like, because all those niggas are way older than I am.
Yeah,
but like,
right.
I see the way entertainment and like artistry is going is we need to come together. We need to make bigger shows with like everybody being able to show out. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to be there. Okay, like I want more comedians to be in the shows. If I was a more connected person, it would have been Jeff, some music, another comedian, some more music, the headliner, which would probably be Jeff, and then me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I want to give everybody the opportunity to shine because like saying good sets and being like, hey, like I'm a big fan of your shit to me is not enough. I want to put you in a place where like you can thrive.
An experience.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I respect everybody. I respect what everybody's doing, and I really love it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeff is funny as fuck
As
to
a
me.
motherfucker, bro.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
right.
Like Jeff is a funny guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He makes me want to get up on stage and tell jokes. And
Yeah.
shit, you know what I'm saying? And like that's what I did at the end. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the show, I was just like telling jokes and then playing music. You know what I'm saying? And like Princess Nostalgia is like this like otherworldly like pop R&B person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Samurai is like this R&B hip hop person.
Nah,
and
shout
then
out
you
to
have like
Samurai, man.
underground as fuck Cliff Fields. Like, and no offense to any of my rapper friends, bro, but Cliff Fields might be the best rapper. Like, as far as like writing the words and then like delivering them to you.
Yeah.
I've ever seen. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I almost feel guilty for having him like be the opening musician. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? He's really good. I really, really like, and I really believe in all of these people.
For sure,
And
yeah.
like, that's another part of the thing. I just want niggas to know that somebody believes in them, bro. Like, I truly do, and it's not just because you came to my show one fucking time.
Right.
I can see it when I see people. You know what I'm saying? I believe in niggas. I really do. I want to give you the spots and shit that I wish I could get whenever I wasn't in the position to get them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing about being a musician. That's the whole thing about being an entertainer, an artist, or
Human
anything.
for real.
Exactly.
Push forward, man. Like, give people the tools behind you to, you know what I mean, move that shit forward, bro.
Exactly. I'm like the third oldest of like 10 kids, bro. I got to kick down the door for everybody else.
Real
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? And so like, if I'm in the position to kick down the door and you just happen to be in the area, come the fuck on,
with it,
bro.
nigga. Yeah,
come on, bro.
yeah,
Like, you know
word.
what I mean? Like,
Real shit.
and like, I want to make a practice of doing more of that. You know what I mean? Like, that show made me realize that like people dig that. People really like that. I was like going off on like my own fantastical whim. I was just like, nah, it's a variety show. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen Dick Van Dyke. I've seen all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, yeah.
let's give it to him.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Let's
that
try
shit is
that.
lost, bro. I mean, I feel like it's such a refreshing idea, man. It's a refreshing vibe. Again, like, I don't think I've really been to a event, let alone many like that here in the city. You know what I mean? That's just kind of, again, just adding all these different ingredients, comedy, you know, music. You know what I mean? The DJ was dope as well.
Oh, Cool
DJ
Breeze.
was very, very dope.
DJ
too.
Cool Breeze. All
Dope
right.
DJ.
That is my nigga for real,
Yeah,
bro.
no. He was killing it, bro. Like, it was a vibe all around. And I don't know, man, just like kind of as I've gotten older, bro, like, clubs are cool, I guess, you know what I mean? But like that type of vibe, 9 times out of 10, bro, I'm fucking with that rather than like the whole it's like, you know what I mean, like bumping, you know what I mean, shoulder to shoulder type shit. Like,
it's easier to talk to a shorty whenever
1000%,
you know what I'm saying.
bro.
So like I want to give something to people that they don't get to experience all the time.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? In everything that I do.
Nah, for sure, bro. Gotta know, man, because I mean, you asked me earlier, bro, what animes do you fuck with, bro? Like, what are some of your all time, like, you know what I mean, what have impacted you? You know what I mean? I got to know.
All right. Dragon Ball Z, obviously.
Yeah.
That's like, again, that made me feel like really good for some reason, because nobody in there except for Piccolo is a black person.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But like, that made me feel really cool to be a black person. I was just like, dude, because like, even the way that Saiyans work is like how we work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my ass kicked. I'm gonna come back 5 times as strong now.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Yu Yu Hakusho,
Fire.
Cowboy Bebop.
Okay, word, some classics.
Samurai Champloo.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen right now, because Jujutsu Kaisen is like a good mix between
like
Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, facts, I agree.
I would say One Piece, but One Piece is way too fucking long. It's just too long.
I'm a
1,000. Naruto. Naruto is probably the most that impacted me the most.
Facts.
Because it gave me the same feeling. I don't know if you ever play Kingdom Hearts or anything.
What?
Okay.
Man, come on, man.
So like,
Sora and the Keyblade. Fuck you talk about, man. What's up?
Connection is important.
Yeah.
Friendship is important. The bonds you create in this life are more important than how strong you are. You know what I'm saying? So like, that really fucking changed my like perspective of everything. You know what I'm saying? Bro. You have to fight the darkness with your friends. If your friends aren't willing to do that with you, check those niggas, bro.
Right.
Like Naruto was just like, Sasuke, what the fuck are you doing,
You're bugged
dog?
out, my nigga.
For like his own 1,000 episodes, like, bro, come on.
You're bugged out.
You know what I'm saying? Until he got back. It shows like loving others in a way that's just like, it sounds fantastical, but like that's how you're supposed to care for people, that's bro. Real. Like he saw that his friend was like lost,
super lost,
and he saw that like we're the same, but your shit was hard. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have to see my parents get murked. You did. You know what I'm saying? By your brother. You know what I'm saying? Spoilers. But it's not spoilers really though. Right. But like it's like that thing is how you're supposed to relate to others. You know what I'm saying? Like Samurai Champloo is one of my favorite fucking animes of all time with only 26 episodes because it's about this group of people that come together not necessarily because of one goal, but because they're all alone in a different sense. You know what I'm saying? They were all alone in their lives, and this journey that they take brings them all together. You know what I'm saying? Even if you part ways at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's important to connect with others on your journey.
Nah, that's fire, man. Like I feel like that's a solid list, bro. Julian, thank you so much for, bro. This is a dope fucking conversation, man. I had a good fucking time, man. Like this is one of my favorite episodes.
Sorry, I rambled.
Man. No, this shit is fire. Definitely got to come back through sometimes, man. But just want to give it this time, man. Again, if you got anything coming up, shows, projects, like whatever, man, where they can find you on socials, man. Go ahead, man. This is you got the floor.
You can follow me at Just Julian is fine. That's my Instagram because everything else I think about is too complicated. Follow Studio 22 Pittsburgh. That's where I work. That's where a bunch of amazing musicians work as well. I have a album that will be coming out probably around January, February. I'm aiming for 2/22/23. Okay. That's my goal. I don't know the title of it. You know what I'm saying? I usually make dumb titles for shit, but it'll be out there. Look up Back Alley Sound. Look up Yak the Atlas. Look up Drews. Look up Young Guy Briquette because he's leaving the city very soon. Ryan Music. King Mar. He's also an amazing musician. Do I have anything else cool happening? You might see me up on a comedy stage or some shit. I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to fucking try.
Okay.
I'm going to try and be the everyman. I don't know. Pretty mediocre at everything. And keep watching this. I know I'm not the best, but these niggas are great. Yeah. These niggas are amazing.
Nah, man. Shout out to you, bro. Nah, man. Thank you so much for coming through, man. Julian fucking Atwater in the building, man. MIC episode was 57 now. You know what I mean? Comedian content, man, and we're out. Peace, man.
Peace.